Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Today we're going to be checking out an Easter egg blueprint. This is a Warzone Easter egg blueprint that was added in Season 4 sometime with the addition of the Vodel map, or I'm not even sure. I haven't been following Warzone very closely. But this was an Easter egg tied to the Vodel map at the very least. And it was available to complete Season 4. I'm not sure exactly the timeline when Vodel was added to Warzone and all that nonsense. But yeah, jump into Vodel. It needs to be one of the BR modes currently. I don't know if they'll change things around like in DMZ or if they ever add Plunder to Vodel, whether this will become available. But at the moment, it's tied to only the BR Vodel modes. So either like the Battle Royale or the Resurgence mode, one of the two. And there's specific locations where a backpack will spawn. You interact with this backpack and you'll pull out a little kind of GPS kind of thing that will give you 4 locations. And if you know where to look based on those locations, usually underwater somewhere in the Vodel map, there'll be these little images, and you scan the image, scan all 4 locations provided images, and a loadout kind of drop will fall over somewhere on the map, marked by a purple smoke. Now this drop is locked to you only, like your team only, so no other team can actually open it or anything. So once it drops, don't worry about it. But there will be people camping it to get easy kills and stuff. And I presume some people don't realize they can't open the box, so they think they can steal it from you and all, but they can't. So you just have to either wait them out or clear them out or something, figure a way to get to the box safely and interact with it. And by interacting with it, you'll slowly open it. And once you fully open it, you've completed the body scan Easter egg on the Vodel map. And you'll be granted this blueprint. The blueprint does come out of the box, but you don't even have to pick it up. Once you've opened up the crate, you've completed the Easter egg challenge, and the blueprint will be in your inventory. Obviously, try to grab the blueprint off the floor. There should be like 3 of them, or however many in your squad. That many blueprints will pop out of the box. But like I said, once at least one of you has opened up the box, you've completed the Easter egg. Now me and Caleb did complete this challenge just yesterday, so we're pretty late to the game on it. I don't play Warzone that much, but yeah, we managed to complete it on stream. So I'll link the stream in the description if you guys want to check it out. But if you want a tutorial or something like that, I would suggest searching other YouTubers for their shorter video tutorials. The stream is just me and Caleb, or Caleb and I, completing the challenge more than anything else, not trying to teach anyone anything in it. So there's Geeky Pastimes and other content creators that have made tutorial videos. And I did link Geeky Pastimes video in the description of the stream where we completed the challenge. Also, there is a website called warzoneTacMap.online, and that was extremely useful for the challenge. So once you know what the backpack looks like and what the image looks like, if you go to the website, warzoneTacMap.online or whatever, and then you go to the Vodel section of it, you can just kind of pick what you want to showcase on the map on that website. And so basically you can showcase where the backpack spawns, all the known locations of its spawns, and also the GPS coordinate potential spots where the image will be. So once you get the GPS code from the backpack, there'll be multiple potential locations for each GPS location. So using that TAC map was very useful because it's very precise too. Like if you zoom in on those GPS locations on that TAC map, it's exactly where you'd expect to find the image, on the map. So that's the website was actually the most useful, but also check out Geeky Pastimes. He's the one who pointed me in the direction of that website thanks to his video. Today, what we're going to be doing is checking out the blueprint. So the reward blueprint that you get from completing that Easter egg is a Lachmann Sub So rise up a Lachmann Sub. It's the body scan, Vodel map, Easter egg, blueprint, reward. Let's go ahead and play the preview animation and get a closer look. So like I said, I was pretty late to the game unlocking this. A lot of other people have already completed this challenge and have videos showcasing the blueprint and all, but I was glad to complete it and earn it myself also. So we're gonna do a little stream checking it out today and see what it is in multiplayer. It is a decent looking blueprint. Fun. And the Lachmann Sub has been sort of like the go-to SMG in multiplayer, and I believe in Warzone it is quite the popular submachine gun there also. So it has its values, having blueprints for it. I don't know how this blueprint compares to the meta builds and stuff like that, but yeah, cool. So this blueprint comes with 4 attachments. So you do have one open slot to do with as you please, but let's see what attachments you get. The FTAC M Sub 12-inch barrel, which is recoil control, damage range, bullet velocity, hip fire accuracy, at the cost of aim down sight speed, movement speed, and hip recoil control. The TA hull breach muzzle, which is a melee damage at the cost of hip walking speed. That, I mean, I guess the con isn't that big a deal, but yeah, all right, sure. Might be a bit of a wasted attachment. Could do something better with that, I presume. The 9mm overpressured plus P ammunition, which gives you target flinch. And then the 40 round magazine ammo capacity at the cost of movement speed, aim down sight speed, reload quickness, and sprint to fire speed. What's up, Arup? Good day to ya. This is what it looks like if you decide to change the barrels around or remove it. Do lose a little bit of the blueprint. Doesn't look so good. But laser attachments if you want to add one. Different optics. Different stocks. Again, not looking the best with some of them. Grip attachments. Ammunition. Or magazine. The ammunition won't change anything visually if you change that around. Some underbarrels. Yeah, it definitely feels like if you decide to change some of these attachments around, you're going to be losing a chunky portion of what makes the blueprint look good. But there is some leeway. Lasers, optic, underbarrel, muzzle even, I guess you could swap out without messing up too much. But yeah, that's what the blueprint will look like if you decide to change things around. This is the camo coverage for the gun. It does retain small elements of it, but for the most part, Blueprint will take a large chunk of it away. Mastery camos especially really take over the Blueprint, but there are small bits and pieces that bleed through. Yeah, a little unfortunate camo coverage wise, but not a complete loss, I guess. The solid colors look okay because you do see those small bits and pieces a little more clearer. But that looks also pretty cool. So yeah, that's the blueprint that you get from completing the body scan Easter egg on the Vodel map. Just heads up, these Easter eggs, you never know when and like it's up to the developers how long they decide to keep it available, or it depends really. Like, so they could disable the Easter egg at any point in time. So if you want it, I would definitely recommend jumping on the Easter egg sooner than later before and trying to complete it. Also, just heads up, like in last Warzone, a lot of the Easter egg blueprints were like eventually like made a lot easier to earn by like, they sort of just gave it away like by doing small challenges as opposed to completing the Easter egg challenges. So you never know. Even if you miss out, they might give you another opportunity to unlock this blueprint. But yeah, Easter egg could be removed at any point in time, and the blueprint isn't necessarily exclusive. Sometimes they will give other ways of earning them. But at the moment, the only way you can get it is by completing the body scan Easter egg. So let's jump in and try it out. I sort of gave it a little try yesterday. Wasn't the biggest fan of the build. I think there definitely is room for improvement build-wise. But for the time being, we'll try it the way it is. Like, even Warzone, like, I think this is probably not the ideal build that you want to go for.
Team deathmatch. Strasser 1, you are clear to engage all threats.
Dude, I hate these games in progress. They don't let you preview the gun properly until...
Taking fire!
Taking fire!
Holding!
I know there's a guy above, but the footstep audio is so fucking loud on this.
Fire!
Got your seat, twin.
Oh, I fucking missed that.
Standing by.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online.
UAV ready.
Reloading. Counter UAV online. They're blind.
Copy. Counter UAV on station. Running interference. UAV being a fuel. RTB at this time.
Go. cluster mine deployed.
Enemy down!
Deploying decoy. I'll follow your lead.
Changing mag.
Taking a ton of lead shot.
Holding. Tornado! Tornado!
You're halfway to mission complete.
What? Fuck off.
Changing mag!
Hostile UAV overhead.
Tornado! Miss me.
What is that dude doing, teammate? It's like just staring at that dude.
Tossing sticky grenade!
Thought I saw someone this way, but I guess not. Maybe that other dude was.
Using trap
Brasi, brasi!
Friendly UAV on station. Friendly airstrike in the AO.
Oh, there's a sniper
UAV
there.
online.
Changing mag.
Dude, how many shots I put into that, man? What the fuck?
Holding. Reloading.
Ay, shit, man. Both windows, really.
Buried another one!
Our UAV is orbiting the area. on the run. Keep it up.
Changing mag. Grenade! Whoa! Grenade!
Mission is complete. Good work. Hard point. Secure the target area to win.
I have your back.
Target area located. Secure the hard point. We have the lead.
Enemy down.
Secure the hard point.
Making effective fire.
Hard point compromised. Secure the area. Hostile UAV in this sector. We've lost the lead. Confirming next hard point. Stand by.
Throwing sandbags.
Target area updated. Move to the hard point.
Reloading.
Cold-blooded online.
Enemy in the area.
Hostile cluster mine deployed.
I'm reloading.
Hostile UAV active.
Target sub.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
Dude, what the fuck,
Enemies
man?
inside the
Are you
perimeter.
kidding?
Location updated. Capture the hardpoint.
No.
Enemy personnel at the hard point. Hostile UAV active. Locating the next hard point. Get ready. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Важня свима. Hostile vehicle in this sector.
Changing mag.
Hostile mortar strike in the area. Hostile UAV overhead. Hostile UAV active.
Enemy vehicle dead mark.
Stand by. The enemy is gaining ground. Push them back. Hostile advanced UAV.
Dude, I am shooting them so much, dude.
Target area updated. Move to the hard point. Hard point compromised. Secure the area.
I'm reloading.
Friendly UAV on station. Friendly mortar strike on the way. Locating the next
We'll
hard
die
point.
here.
Get ready. Capture the hard point.
Making effective fire.
We're getting hit hard. Moving here. Enemies inside the perimeter.
Contact. Changing mag.
Our UAV is orbiting the area.
In the area.
Enemy personnel at the hard point. Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Hard point relocated. Secure the target area.
I got your six.
Taking fire.
Hostile UAV overhead. Hostile
I've got your
launch
back.
mortar strike. Find cover.
Grenade
Oprezna. Hostile vehicle overhead. Hostile UAV in the sector. Locating the next hard point. Get ready. Location updated. Capture the hard point. Hostile cluster mine detected.
Reloading.
incoming. Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Move to the hardpoint. Mission failed. Return to base.
That was rough. There was some shadiness though, man. It was taking a lot more shots to kill them. I don't know what was causing that though. Like the time to kill didn't seem right. Like I was getting guns so fast while they were like, it's taking forever to kill them. Oh, this actually looks good in game.
Domination. Saber 1, lock down the objectives and keep them
Approaching
secure.
from the rear.
We're taking Charlie.
Round! That could have been bad. I'm reloading.
Secure Bravo. Charlie secure.
Loading. Reloading.
We're losing Bravo. Securing Alpha. The enemy took Bravo. Alpha secure.
With you, mate.
We've taken the lead.
Maybe it's just a gun, dude. Maybe this gun just got shit time to kill.
Hostile UAV in the area. Cold-blooded. We control 2 objectives. Enemy securing Alpha. Securing objective Bravo. Enemy took Alpha.
Changing mags. Reloading. Fire. Throwing grenade.
Friendly UAV on station. Securing objective Alpha. Objective Alpha secure. We're losing Charlie. Charlie.
Incoming! Reloading!
Securing Charlie. We control Charlie. We're losing Alpha. We're taking Bravo. Objective Alpha is compromised. Get it back. Bravo secure.
Target sighted!
Enemy taking Bravo.
Flash incoming!
Two objectives secure. Online.
Fire!
What's up, Slayer?
Enemy securing Charlie. We're losing Charlie.
Throwing grenade! Dropped him! I'm reloading!
Enemy securing Bravo.
On your 6. Changing mags! Throwing grenade!
We're losing Bravo. Ready to deploy.
Reloading!
UAV ready for tasking. Enemy securing Charlie.
Go for counter UAV, marking coordinates. 1-1 requesting recon at this
UAV,
time.
copy that.
I'm reloading!
Objective Charlie is compromised. Get it back. Warning, your position.
Target destroyed.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
Loading.
We're taking Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo. You're halfway to mission complete. Stay sharp. We control Alpha.
Took a round! Enemy down!
Got that right. Shield did save my life.
Securing objective Charlie. Charlie secure.
Back!
Secure Bravo.
1-1 requesting recon at this time.
Copy.
That could have been bad. Ammo here. Changing mags. Go for counter UAV, marking coordinates.
Copy. Counter deployed. Running interference.
Hostile cluster mine active. We've secured two
Reloading.
objectives.
UAV is bingo fuel.
Enemy securing Charlie.
Changing mags.
I am with you.
Taking fire.
We're losing Charlie.
Changing mags.
Enemy taking Alpha.
Contact.
Enemy taking Deploy.
I'm reloading.
Enemy securing Charlie. Enemy securing Alpha. We've lost Charlie. We're taking Bravo. Enemy
Target area
taking
marked.
Alpha.
You're cleared hot.
Copy. Longbow 3-1 is on station. We're losing Alpha. We're taking Charlie. We've lost all objectives. We have to turn this around. Hostile cluster mine deployed. Charlie secure.
You there. You look like you could use a powerful instrument.
Securing Alpha.
What is this, a KV broadside?
Enemy taking Charlie. We're losing Charlie.
Approaching from
Alpha
the rear.
secure.
Enemy is close.
Securing objective Bravo.
Changing mags.
UAV standing by. We control all objectives.
1-1 requesting recon.
Enemy
I'm
securing
reloading.
Alpha. We've lost Alpha.
Incoming.
Enemy's taking Charlie.
I wanted to see that be any audio cue after you pick it up after it talks to you.
Enemy's taking Bravo. Securing. Two objectives secure.
Reloading.
We're losing Charlie. Friendly UAV online. Enemy securing Bravo. We're taking Alpha. We've lost Bravo. Hostile cluster mine detected. Objective Alpha secure. We're taking Bravo. Securing objective Bravo. We're losing Alpha.
Throwing grenade. Effective fire.
Friendly cruise missile approaching target. Secure Bravo. We've got him on the run. Keep it up. We've secured all objectives.
Drag out.
Enemy securing Charlie.
Sniper's down.
Solid work.
So that's the blueprint the way you get it, and with the camo. It wasn't too bad. I mean, this is a bit useless, the muzzle. But otherwise an okay build. Actually, before we do this one, we'll do this one. Alright, for now, we're going to try out a alt build where I try to maintain the blueprint as much as I could, but try to like improve it in whichever way I could. Let's try to figure out some ways to improve it. So we've kept the barrel, we've thrown on the Bruin pendulum muzzle, the phase 3 grip, kept overpressure, and the 40 round mag. I was tempted to lose overpressure for a laser, like an ADS laser or something. So either the quick fire laser if you don't want to show your laser, or the VLK. I think probably the better choice over overpressure, but we kept overpressured simply because throwing on the laser doesn't change much, actually. I mean, it just adds that rubber band around it. Like, I'll show you. So you get that little rubber band around it. Why is the blueprint out of line? But I would probably suggest the laser if you wanted to maintain this blueprint, but add more value to it. I actually like, I've been kind of digging overpressure though of late, like in multiplayer in particular. Just adding that extra flinch to these enemies and all, I think that really does mess with them. And it just doesn't have any cons to it, so I was like, yeah, why not, right? But yeah, that was part of the blueprint anyway, so. What's up next? How you doing? This build is like kind of a combination. This build is kind of a combination of like exclusive aces build. The only reason I mean, it sort of is and sort of isn't. Like, he recommended the Bruin Pendulum, the Phase 3 grip, and then the laser, right? But he did also mention if you want a little more range and recoil control, the F12. But didn't really recommend the overpressure rounds. And he also mentioned 40 rounds. So more credit to Exclusive Ace than anyone else, but I'm just not necessarily fully crediting him with this build. Because I did just mainly try to maintain blueprint, but like the barrel just happened to be the one of them that he recommended, and 40 round happened to be what he recommended. But yeah, if anyone, it kind of is more Exclusive Ace's kind of recommendation. Like I said, I'm not gonna link him in this one because it's a little too far from what his actual build was to give him full credit.
Team deathmatch. All hunters destroy all threats.
Did I pick the right one? I did.
The lead is ours. The enemy has the lead.
Moving. Reloading. Fire! On your six, partner. Switching mags. Label.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I'm running low. Changing mags. Throwing flash grenade. Enemy spotted. Loading. Setting mine.
Our UAV
Contact. Through.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Target down. Stay alive. Loading. On your six, partner. Fire. Changing mag.
This is sort of a ridiculous gunfight, man, even though it's like very
Enemy
campy.
UAV active. We've lost the lead. We've lost half the field. Fight back.
Taking fire. You won't die here. On your six. Go.
Enemy Overwatch helo in the airspace. Enemy SAE strike near your position.
Loading.
God damn it.
Enemy UAV in the airspace.
Fire. Stay alive.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Friendly UAV on station.
Reloading. Blood for blood. Bells ringing. Changing mag.
That was a ridiculous
Mission
one.
compromised.
It's actually good. Like, even though it was so like campy, it was actually a good gunfight with them. This is also a good build. It is a good build. Yeah, this allows you to stretch your ranges significantly more, and seems to have pretty good accuracy, very good accuracy, which is what TheXclusiveAce basically suggested when he mentioned it. So basically, like, I guess I'll just kind of break down Exclusive's build. Exclusive, when he did the Lachmann Sub, this was ages back, so I'm sure things have changed since, like, buffs and nerfs. But when he recommended it during his breakdown, I think it was his accuracy build, didn't have any of the barrels. It was just the Bruin pendulum, the phase 3, and the 7 milliwatt laser. That's it, right? But he mentioned if you wanted to tighten up the recoil, but you didn't mind taking a hit to the ADS, go with the 12-inch barrel, right? So I presume this is the barrel. Yeah, since that's the 12-inch. And also mentioned, you know, like, if you want, you can go with the 40 round mag, but again, you're going to be taking a hit on your ADS, right? But like, overall, actually, I think I preferred this build without the laser. He was still suggesting the 7mm laser, but because this one's a little bit more of a range build on the sub, I think pre-aiming and all has its value, and that laser gets very bright since they buffed or like nerfed it, I guess, because the laser becomes like super visible when you aim down sights, so it becomes very obvious. So I actually did like this build a lot more. So yeah, this is a good build. Again, main props is to TheXclusiveAce, but just not gonna link his channel because it's a little too different. And we have another guest build that we'll talk about afterwards, so we'll link the other person. This is my build when I ground out the Lachmann Sub. So I went with the L38 Falcon 220mm barrel. I think this might have been an updated build, like, because I think I've tried out other blueprints, so I might have updated it. So Bruin pendulum, I think this I got from Exclusive. 40 round mag was what I used. I like to have an optic because I do like to stretch my ranges and stuff like that with even subs, even though I shouldn't. So the Cronin Mini Pro. And I used the quick fire laser because I don't like having a visible laser. So having the boost to ADS speed did help, but just throwing on the quick fire without completely giving away my position. Let's throw on a camo for this one. Let's go with silver. See how it looks in game. It looks okay. Like, I feel like the bits and pieces that are coming through look too stickery, like, you know? It doesn't necessarily feel part of the weapon. It feels more like kind of tacked on, but that's just the design of the.
We've secured the
That's
lead.
all the sniper.
Frag out!
Grenade out! Loading. Taking effective fire.
Cold-blooded. Confirmed. Enemy KIA.
Low on ammo.
Friendly UAV online. Deployed.
Moving here.
Copy that. UAV is on station.
Target down.
Tag secure. Kill confirmed.
Fire.
Area. Friendly care package in the AO.
UAV is being fuel. RTB at this time.
Friendly mortar strike inbound.
Dude, there's all these little bits and bobs that you get stuck on in this game that just make it stupid, you know? It's like, this is not fluid. Why would anyone get stuck on these things? Like, even if you're a normal person fucking running around, you wouldn't get stuck on some of this stupid shit that you do in this game. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Secured the kill. Hostile UAV active. EKIA confirmed.
Hey, come on, man.
I'm loading.
Passing fire! Holy shit! Find a stun grenade!
Reloading.
Hostile UAV in the sector.
Moving here. Okay, what's
Friendly UAV on station.
loading? Enemy mark. Go. Changing mag. Making effective fire.
I heard him, man. Should turned. I was a little worried there was a guy in front.
Enemy in the area! Roger. Stun grenade. Semtex. I'm getting lit up.
How, man? How is that possible, man? Fucking sometimes I wonder, man. That bush is fucking more bulletproof than fucking half the walls in this game.
Multiple threats here.
Confirmed one. Hostile UAV in the sector. Hostile UAV active. Enemy has the lead.
Dude, how did that not explode? Excuse me?
Semtex out. Target spotted.
Hostile cruise missile incoming.
How, man? Fuck this game. Fuck this fucking game, man.
Bashня, hostile cluster mine active. Убейте positional.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Execute. Kill confirmed. Our UAV. Enemy KIA. Hostiles launched a mortar strike. Find cover.
Hey, crouching from behind.
Hostile VTOL in this. Bashня. Hostile sensors online.
Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that.
UAV on station. Hostile mortar strike incoming.
See, like that rock? Dude, why would you suddenly get stuck and not be able to move forward, right? Like even that, right? All these bits and pieces of geometry that just don't make at all any like realistic sense of someone getting stuck and
We're losing ground.
dude, Jesus, forget it.
What's your buck?
Dude, the fucking hit detection in this game, right?
Hostile cluster mine deployed.
For fuck's sakes.
30 seconds remain. Mission compromised. We are defeated.
You know, I'll tell you another thing. The people like often get like super excited about like kill streaks, right? Like some of these OG people and all, right? And if you listen to a lot of their Reddit, like them talking about COD and all that, they're talking about like cheap deaths and how sometimes that's unfair and it's bullshit and blah, blah, blah. But then if you go look at what are their favorite kill streaks or what they get most excited about when a new COD's coming out, right? The kill streaks that they get most excited about. it usually is the ones that are the cheapest ones that give you just basically easy kills with the kill streaks. Like the dogs. A lot of like people love the dogs. Why? Because they're just easy kills. Once you get them, you just get like super easy kills with them. Same, like right now, there's like people are hoping something like the Swarm comes back, right? And I believe that's also another one that just gives you basically easy kills. I guarantee you this cluster mine is going to be like a favorite of all these fucking dorks, dude. Like, oh, they bring back the cluster mine one of these years, no? Like Modern Warfare 4 or some shit. Let's go. I love the cluster mine. Garbage kill streak it was. I fucking hate it. The VTOL was great. But yeah, that's also. I mean, I guess all kill streaks are fucking cheeseball shit, dude. Honestly. Anyway, this was my build. But yeah, the cluster mine gets on my nerves so much, dude. Oh, God, I hate them. And dogs do too, man. I don't like the dogs, but everyone loved them. And it's just like, and then you like get something like an operator like Nomad, right? In Battle, like Black Ops 4. And yeah, his dog's cheap. It's cheap. Or like Torque's like barricades were cheap. Yeah, obviously they're cheap deaths. Like you get cheap deaths now. I guess the argument there is like you don't really need to do anything to earn that crap. It's just time based. But still, man, a lot of these like favorite kill streaks are just ones that get you cheap, easy kills. Anyway, this is a Warzone build for the Lachmann Sub. Dude, the World Series of Warzone Championship went down yesterday. And I saw a lot of Lachmann Subs. A lot of people were running the Lachmann Subs. I don't know if this was their build or anything, but I got this build from TrueGameData. So this is, in fact, a very recent, like Season 5 reloaded, close range meta Lachmann Sub build that he recommended, right? So I'll definitely link TrueGameData's YouTube in the description so you guys can find him. He has a website that breaks down weapons and this, that, and all. He's gone very heavy into like the stats of Warzone weaponry and stuff like that, I guess, and COD Warzone weaponry and stuff. So he knows his stuff. So he uses the L38 Falcon 226 millimeter barrel, VLK LZR 7 milliwatt laser, FT mobile stock, 50 round drum, and he suggests the frangible ammunition. Obviously he's given like tuning, so let's go ahead and check out the tuning. This is his barrel tuning. Tuning for the laser. Stock. Some of this is not like all the way maxed out. Some of them are like minor differences. I think I've got this right, dude. I hope I got the numbers right. I did it yesterday night, so and sometimes my controller drifts. The drum doesn't have any tuning, obviously. And this is the ammunition tuning. So yeah, he has a whole website dedicated to like weapon builds and stuff like that. Like, so definitely I would recommend if you're into the Warzone stuff, he's someone to keep on your subscription list and checking out what he has to say. And as far as I know, like a lot of these attachments were like, I was looking at other people's builds for like Warzone builds. A lot of these attachments are like universally accepted as the correct ones for the Lachmann. As far as the tuning goes, I don't know how like they relate from creator to creator. But this was his suggestion, so we'll give it a go. And like I said, almost everyone I saw yesterday when I was watching the World Series Warzone Championship or whatever, most of everyone's submachine gun was the Lachmann Sub. I mean, obviously they were using floor loot when they had to, but once they got their loadouts, the bulk of them had some variation of this sub, build-wise. For me, when I pick my kill streaks, it's not necessarily like what is going to guarantee me the most kills or anything. For me, it's what won't take me out of the game. Like, keep me in the game for longer, right? Something that I can just call in and not necessarily have to deal with. Some of them where you have to like control and all, like the Wilson and all that shit, I'll never use that crap. Dude, it's like, dude, I don't want to be sitting in like some fucking monitor, fucking doing stupid shit. And I always also try to like do a balance of like what will help the team and what will help the team and what will like also so like UAVs and stuff like that, I love them. Okay.
Would you make?
Enemy UAV active. Friendly VSO inbound. Ready to deploy.
You get so much like strafe speed with this build. It's actually really good. As always, his builds are so good, dude.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
Target down! I'm reloading! Grenade! Check fire! Covering your six, reloading!
UAV is orbiting the area. We hold the advantage. Take it home.
Watch your fire! I'm reloading!
Overhead. UAV standing by.
This is such a good build, dude. I'll tell you one thing, man. TrueGameData, even though like the bulk of his content's all Warzone related, his builds are like always universally good. Like even in like multiplayer, it works out so fucking well.
Hostile chopper gunner in the AO.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
Be ready for task.
Neutralized. You're clear. 1-1 requesting recon at this time.
Copy that. UAV online. Closing the AO.
Go for counter UAV. Marking coordinates. Changing max.
Copy. Friendly UAV online.
Be advised. UAV.
Took a round.
Enemy UAV active. Friendly care package on the way.
No, what the shit? Oh fuck.
Counter UAV disengaging.
No.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Dude, teammate, you piece of shit, man.
Hostile UAV in the area. Hostile VTOL in the area.
Enemy down. Changing max.
Our UAV is orbiting the area. Ready to deploy. UAV ready for tasking.
Counter UAV. Marking coordinates. 1-1
Copy.
requesting
Counter UAV
recon at this
deployed.
time.
Copy.
Target down.
Counter UAV destroyed.
No.
Enemy down.
Be advised. UAV.
God, it's so snappy too, man. I nearly had the like aim down sights on him.
Overhead.
Switching max.
Hostile UAV in the area. We're on the advance. Keep the pressure, lads. Friendly UAV on station. Friendly care package in the AO.
Throwing grenade. Throwing grenade.
This is such a good build.
All Saber. Mission
Jeez.
accomplished.
Like the strafe you get with it is just right. It's just right. Where it's not like too fast where you're losing track of your target when you're strafing, but just fast enough to throw the enemy off. TrueGameData's build. I'm just gonna show you guys the what's it called tuning again because this was brilliant, dude. Like take note, and I'll definitely link his channel in this description. I was gonna say the frangible might be like not necessary for multiplayer, and then I looked at the tuning and I was like, oh yeah, the tuning on that is actually pretty nice. You've got a little extra range and velocity from the tuning. That works out well. Yeah, this was really good. Highly recommend. And like I said, I'll link TrueGameData's channel in the description. And I might actually link, even though this is technically not exclusive Ace's build, it's sort of like inspired from his build and his recommendation during his video. So I will link actually Exclusive Ace. Call this an Exclusive Ace modified or inspired build. It was also pretty good. This one, I think, I honestly like, I feel like if you're not tuning your gun, like at first, like I was totally against tuning. And that was because tuning was a mess in the game when it came out. It wasn't actually beneficial. But now in season 5 and maybe like starting mid-season, season 4, early season 4, mid-season 4, since then, I almost feel like tuning is a very important part to get the most out of your gun in this game. Like if you want that like microsecond leg up on the enemies, even though it sounds like nothing, in COD that's a lot, right? You need to be tuning your guns. Again, the problem with tuning your gun in this game is you don't have any like detailed stats to like actually see what you're doing. So you're kind of forced to go to those TrueGameData and other like content creators who are doing those detailed testing, which is great for them, but like you shouldn't need to be doing that stuff. Really, the game should be providing you the information you deserve to tune your guns correctly. But yeah, tuning is kind of, I've been feeling like, man, I'm not gonna do it. It's too late in the game's life for me to give a shit, right? So I'm not gonna go and start tuning my builds or anything like that. But every time I try someone's tuned build, I'm like, damn, I kind of wish I got a little more into it now, but I just can't be bothered. Although the rumor is Modern Warfare 3 potentially will give you detailed stats for your guns. So if tuning returns, which I presume it will, you know, I said this before. Anyway, we'll do the outro and I'll give my little end spiel about tuning. I've said this before, but I'll say it at the end again. Rise up a Lachmann Sub. It's Vodel's body scan Easter egg blueprint reward. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Looks cool. I'm happy to have it in my collection. Yeah, it is the Lachmann Sub, like I've said before. Very meta gun throughout this game's life. So out of everything that's been nerfed and buffed and changed around, this gun's been stably one of the top tier submachine guns, or at least in that, in that bracket of top tier. Whether it's the top tier, it's not necessarily the case always been, but it has been up there. So yeah, having a blueprint is always nice. Comes with the FTAC M Sub 12, the TA hull breach muzzle, 9mm overpressure rounds, and the 40 round magazine. So 4 attachments, and that's all you get. Looking a little dark in this preview, but what you do. It is a nice blueprint. Could have. Sometimes I see like this kind of fancy design, and I'm like, man, they could have been a little bit extra generous with this blueprint and maybe tossed in some tracers or something with it to just take it to that next level. This blueprint would have been just next level if it just had a tracer element to it, right? Anything, just even a minor tracer or something would have been cool. But still nice to have. And to be honest, okay. So when I did the body scan Easter egg, the first time I did it, first time I attempted it, I was trying to do it by myself, and Caleb sort of like came and helped a little bit, but he hadn't yet watched the videos and stuff like that, so he didn't know what he was doing. And it seemed a little bit overwhelming, right? But once you figure things out for the body scan Easter egg, it's actually pretty doable as long as you have a friend. Solo, I think it'll be a little difficult. But with a friend, it's very doable if both of you know what you're doing. So definitely get a friend, get both of you watch the tutorial video, the YouTubers with their tutorial videos, right? And then the key is like, okay, for the backpack, if you don't find the backpack pretty quickly, you're not going to get the codes fast enough to hit up all 4 locations if there's just 2 of you, right? And definitely if there's just 1 of you, if you don't get the backpack very quickly, you'll have no chance. There's potential if you get the backpack later, if you have a squad of 3 doing the Vodel Easter egg, right? Then it makes it a little easier. All 3 of you can hit up one location and then get the 4th one. Someone, whoever's close, can get the 4th one. But because of that kind of like timeline where you sort of need to like find the backpack very fast, when you and your friend, if it's just 2 of you, drop, just keep dropping on the same spot where you know the backpack, like where you know exactly where the backpack is. For me, I knew exactly where the fire station backpack one spawned and the stadium one, right? So Caleb would drop on stadium where I pointed out where the backpack would spawn, because it always spawns in the same spot if it spawns in that area. And I'd drop into the fire station. And then the third spot, we'd have a third spot, which was the police station, which was close enough to the stadium. And because near the fire station, there's a helicopter. So we can kind of jump into that and go to the police station, one of us quickly, and see if it spawns there. So if you can find that, like, don't try to hit up all the backpacks. Just try to find one quickly so you get the code. Because finding the code takes a little extra time. And if the gas covers up one of the coded areas, right, then you're not going to be able to scan in the image. So obviously, try to find the backpack early. If you can, just back out and search again or something like that until the bags spawn in close by one of the areas that you dropped in. Get the code. Use that Warzone tacmap.online website, and like I said, it gives you all the locations. So when you're in the far zoom where you're seeing the whole map, it looks a little cluttered. But once you know which zones you want to go to, like if it's F4 or whatever, right? Zoom in on F4, and the marker on that TAC map on that website, it is very precise to where that image will spawn. So you look at it once you've zoomed in, and it's like in between these 2 boats on this area of the water, right? Go to that exact spot and just search there. And if it's not in that exact spot, it's not going to be in that area. Go to the second spot, right? Because some of these areas have 2 or 3 potential locations where the image might spawn. And if both of you and your friend do it, it's not that bad. And then top it off. I was super worried. We actually completed the Easter egg the first time, and the box dropped, and a lot of enemies were crowding around the box, right? And I was super worried. I'm oh my God, they're gonna just open up the box and steal the Easter egg blueprint. Because that's what used to happen with the previous Easter eggs. They would just camp the entrance of the doorways or whatever from the final step of the Easter egg and kill whoever and just go into the doorway and steal the blueprint, because you had to pick up the blueprint to get credit for it. This one, they can't even interact with the box. So all they're doing is they might be stupid enough to think they can interact with the box. That's why they're camping it. Or they're just trying to cheeseball some kills. So you can either wait them out. I presume you can buy a gas mask if you need be and just wait till it goes into the gas a little bit or they get tired. Interact with the box. It takes a little time to open it. It's kind of like the cash drops in Plunder. Those kind of supply cash drops that would drop down. So you have to interact with it for a while to unlock it. But as soon as that box opens up and everything flies out, you're done with the Easter egg. You've got credit for it, completing it. You've got the blueprint in your inventory. Obviously, try to pick up the blueprint off the floor so you can enjoy it for that game or whatever. But it's not necessary. I don't think it is, at least. As soon as I opened the box, it said Easter egg completed. Body scan Easter egg completed. Although I got killed, so I didn't pick up the blueprint. Caleb went and grabbed the blueprint and all. But we had already gotten, like I said, that pop-up message that the Easter egg was completed. So I presume the blueprints were already in our inventory. And then when I spawned back in, I grabbed the blueprint also off the floor. Like I said, however many people are in your squad, that many blueprints will pop out of the box. But again, I suspect, again, not 100%, I suspect you don't even need to pick it up. Once you've opened up the box, you've completed the Easter egg. But try to, just in case. You never know. Yeah, it's a cool blueprint. I liked it. I liked it and enjoyed playing today, the sub. And definitely recommend TrueGameData's build. And if maybe if you're not interested in the Lachmann Sub build, definitely check out his like other videos, and maybe check out his website. His website will be linked on his own channel, so you'll have to find that. It's TrueGameData something, org or something, I don't even know. But yeah, he not only like gave this build, but he provided a lot of other weaponry builds. So if you're looking for other weapons and all, you can definitely look through his channel. And like I said, almost, in fact, every time I've used his build, it's been something worthy of not only Warzone, but also multiplayer. So yeah, would definitely recommend. And I'll also, like I said, link TheXclusiveAce's channel also in the description, since that other build was heavily inspired by his suggestions. All right. So last bit, my little ramble before my outro. I cut short. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. The tuning for this game is actually very cool had they decided to go in a slightly different route. If they use tuning to reduce the, attachment spam, I think tuning would have been like the next thing, the next big thing, for sure. For sure. Like, so all you have to do is, you can, I've said this before, but you can actually have like multiple, like, okay, for something like the muzzle, right? Yeah, 1 minute. Let's see. So you got the muzzle, which has vertical, horizontal, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, horizontal, vertical. These are the pros, right? Horizontal, vertical. Like, dude, how many of these are there? Vertical, vertical, horizontal. Like, so there's so many of these, like, that have just these pros, right? The horizontal, vertical, or just horizontal, or just vertical. Say you had one muzzle attachment, okay? But then the tuning for that muzzle attachment, you could have multiple tuning slots. So you could tune for providing a higher horizontal and higher vertical, or just a higher horizontal and no vertical. And like, so say you had 4 or 5 tuning sliders and just one muzzle attachment that had that horizontal, vertical recoil sliders, right? But you had multiple ways of adjusting it. So you could get benefits for, then all those other muzzles become irrelevant, right? So instead of having like 5, 6, 7, 8 different fucking muzzles for horizontal, vertical recoil, you have one muzzle that has multiple tuning sliders. So that tuning slider does, when you have multiple tuning sliders, it does get a little more complicated, but you have that way of tuning for either having both or a little bit of both, or one more so than the other. And then based on the way you're tuning it, your cons develop, right? So like, I understand like some of these have different cons, right? Different pros and different cons, or different variations or of the cons and pros, right? That could be implemented with just a slightly more robust tuning option, but a significantly lower like attachment spam option. It would have been next level. It would have been next level. Literally, you would only need like maybe 1 or 2 muzzle attachments for like this, and maybe 1 or 2 like suppressors, And these could be the same suppressors across all the submachine guns and all these things that it universally like combines. And then just have tunings for them. That's so you can tune it in a special way to give you the benefits of what multiple of these attachments are doing. Then it would have been so much more valuable, what's it called? So much more valuable system. But yeah, anyway, regardless, the point being, tuning I feel has gotten a little bit more valuable in the current seasons, where it seems to be like potentially giving you a slight boost and leg up over others where it actually has legitimate gameplay benefits. So maybe mess around with the tuning, even though I feel it's a little convoluted and the attachment spam is excessive. But it could have been so much better is my point. It could have been so much better. It's good now, and definitely it's worthy of late, like I said, but it could have been so much better and definitely to that next level value where you'd expect this stuff. Like now, if tuning goes away, I could care less, honestly. If it's there or not there, I couldn't care less. But if it was like the way I mentioned it, where there's minimal attachments, but a robust tuning to those attachments, I would probably say like that's something I want to see in every game, right? But the way it is currently, I'm like, man, I couldn't care less whether it is or isn't there. I'd probably prefer if it isn't there, honestly, the way they've implemented it currently. But it has value since they buffed it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already, and I will catch you later. Bye. Yeah, also big thank you to Caleb. He's the one who helped me earn this blueprint during the body scan challenge stream. So yeah, thank you to Caleb. Appreciate your friendship and gaming with me.